Hey guys, have you had lunch yet? Had you had your breakfast, dinner, whichever, depending on what time you're watching this video? Either way, I don't want to ruin your appetite and I want to make you sick because the anti-gun wackos on the far left now have a new way that they're trying to attack honest law-abiding gun owners and people who respect and utilize the Second Amendment. They finally released the, if you want to call it, manifesto from the Louisville bank shooter after he slaughtered 5 senior executives in the branch a couple of weeks ago. The 13-page document describes his goals before the horror at the downtown Old National Bank. This punk made 3 key points in this document, or this letter that he wrote to friends and his family. Those 3 points were that he wanted to kill himself, he wanted to prove how easy it was to buy a gun, and he wanted to highlight a mental health crisis in America. You'll remember that this boy purchased his AR-15 legally only a few days before he killed all these innocent people. His family has since come out and said that they knew he had mental problems and that he was getting treated and he was taking medication for those problems. We know what kind of medications those were, and we know what those medications do to people in this type of situation. Now, Kentucky has a little bit different law where when some firearms are used in the commission of a crime, they are to be auctioned off and sold to the general public. People are up in arms about this. In fact, the family is up in arms about this. The family seems more upset that the gun that their son used to kill innocent people is going to be put back into circulation, if you will, rather than the fact that their son killed 5 innocent people. The family responded to the policy in a statement shared with dailymail.com on Thursday. The Sturgeon family was aghast to learn Kentucky law mandated the assault rifle used in a horrific event last week be sold to the highest bidder at public auction. Family, in conjunction with the Louisville Metro Police Department and the United States Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, is working vigorously to ensure the assault rifle is legally destroyed. And the final step in this process occurred Monday when ATF took possession of the AR assault rifle, they're calling it. We genuinely appreciate the assistance of both LMPD and ATF. Of course, they are licking the butt of the ATF. This tragedy is yet another indication that meaningful common sense gun safety measures must be enacted. We respectfully urge the Kentucky State Legislature to lead the way by changing Kentucky law to remove the gun auction provision. This is your prototypical example of deflecting blame. Their son is a mass killer. Their son is a rampage murderer. Their son is a heinous piece of garbage. Yet the problem here that they have outrage on is the fact that the gun, which cannot kill people on its own, could potentially be put back into, quote, circulation, as if there's some kind of weird circulation that only mass murderers can access the gun in, and they're automatically going to take this out there. This is the mindset of the wackos on the left, that if this gun was used in the commission of a crime, just because it was used to murder people, it may influence somebody else to commit another like crime like this. That's just not how it works. The family also said while Connor, like many of his contemporaries, had mental health challenges, which we as a family were actively addressing, there was never any warning signs or indications he was capable of this shocking act. Contemporaries. That word contemporaries means people like him, people in his time frame, in his age group. I was not aware that many contemporaries out there, that this was common knowledge, that we had a bunch of mental health patients out there, potential mass shooters, rampage killers. I was not aware of that. I did not know that this was common knowledge, that there was a large group of people out there who had the potential to kill people simply because AR-15s were available to them. That's just not how I understood. Look, guys, I'm not the kind of person that will paint the anti-gun wackos on the far left with the broadest of brushes. Do I think that they are all misguided, misinformed, and they lie a lot? Of course I do. Do I think a lot of them are okay with people that are killed via firearms because that furthers their agenda? Yes, I do. But do I think that they all are like this person was? No, I don't. I do not think that every anti-gun wacko on the left has the potential to kill somebody, or at least kill innocent people that they work side by side with. However, I don't see any outrage or any distancing themselves that the anti-gun wackos, all these groups, the Giffords groups, the Everytown groups, all these crazy moms, I don't see anyone distancing themselves from this person saying, that's not us, saying that's not how we do things. Like telling this person that Yeah, you put in your manifesto that one of the things you were trying to accomplish was to show how easy guns were. This was your gun control motive. Gun control was part of your motive. Are you serious? They should be distancing themselves. If they want to show themselves and appeal to actually genuinely good people, they would have come out and distanced themselves from this nut job and said, nope, he's not one of ours. That's not how we operate. But they haven't and they won't. This weird, stupid, twisted logic of somebody killing people to try to show that they're supportive of gun control is like me speaking out against pedophiles, racists, child molesters. That would be like me saying I'm against pedophilia, I'm against pedophiles in any kind of way, child molesters or rapists. So in order to show how easy it is to rape people, I'm going to go rape a 4-year-old. Do you see how stupid and twisted that logic is? I would be willing to bet that every single person in any kind of organization that was trying to scream and cry out for children's rights and to protect children in those kind of realms, child trafficking and everything else, would come out against that person who would do something like that and say, that person is not with us. That's not how we think. That's not how we operate. But these wackos on the left are not doing that. This tells you more than you ever needed to know about those nutbags.
I'm sorry, I thought this was America.
It's over!